Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today we are listening to Linkin Park again, and we're going to hear their new singer, Emily Armstrong. So this is a live performance of the song, The Emptiness Machine. Here we go.
It's good to see you again. Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
Keep on lying to, already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm open for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine.
I have so many thoughts. Ooh, we're so close. Let me just finish this out because we all know we're going back.
I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of. I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of. I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part.
Let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm open, so fucking I am. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine. The emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Emily Armstrong.
Okay. I have never been so eager to read the comments on a video as I am right now. Oh, I just have so many thoughts. Okay. Speaking of her vocals, we'll start there. I really love her voice. I love the grit. I love the power. There is I don't know, it just like has this strength in the sound that I really enjoy. And then as she ascends and we got some of that texture and a little bit of rasp, I imagine she does some screaming and whatnot as well. Like, there are a lot of things I just really love about her sound, period. They blend beautifully as well. So I also really enjoyed that because it's just, whenever you have songs with this much intensity, and you've got so many things happening with your air pressure and your adduction and, you know, how you're placing the sound, it can be challenging to blend, and I think they do beautifully. So that was also really enjoyable. I'm curious what you guys think, because I think for a lot of people, Chester Bennington is like synonymous with Linkin Park. I know sometimes bands will change their names, so I think it's an interesting choice that they didn't. And again, I'm always watching these without any information, so I will go back and do my research. I'm sure they explain a lot of this as well, but I think it's interesting that they didn't change their name. I think it was, well, and again, this is just a personal opinion, I think it's smart to have a woman sing, because like they were never going to find another Chester Bennington. So to separate that idea as best as possible to just have a completely different tonal quality, I think was really smart. I don't know. I'm so curious to do, I'm very eager to do like research now as I learn the process of, you know, finding a new singer and all of that. I'm very curious because again, I wasn't, I've heard so little from Linkin Park as is, but from the people I know who have such a deep connection and history with the band, I'm always curious, you know, what this sort of transition and change, how you feel about it. If it's something you are excited for and you wanted to embrace, if it's something that, you know, whenever you're mourning the loss of anyone, it's a process, and sometimes you just want to hold something that was as sacred and you don't want it changed. So I can imagine some people not wanting a new singer. I don't know. I'm curious. But anyway, we're going back because I've never heard this song. So here we go.
Again. Your blade sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view.
I like the light, like the airiness to his voice and that kind of monotone approach, but not, we're still getting all of the notes. We can hear the melody, but it's got a little bit of that punk rock edge to it that feels like the melody can warp and change at any minute.
I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Gave
I
up.
like how the drums, like I like how everything just kind of cuts out in that moment.
And I know exactly how this ends. I let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
So much like precision in her tone. It's just so clear and yet so full, and with this edge of warmth, which I think is why I really love her voice.
It's been decided how we lose.
Little vibrato.
'Cause there's a fire under the altar. I keep on lying to. I keep on lying to. Already pulling me in. Already under my skin. And I know exactly how this ends. I let you cut me open just to watch
To
me.
get into that again, I like, it's just on the verge of screaming, but the intensity is there, which is why it's such a cool sound to me.
Already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you cut me open
given all of my, you know, thoughts previously, I also want to give her props because obviously she's not attempting to fill shoes. She is stepping into a role as a singer and not, you know, as a replacement. But with all of the feelings that I'm sure people have toward this decision, I think it's just so incredibly. I feel that just what I'm seeing on stage, she is handling, you know, this new role with so much grace, because it's a little bit of everything. You know, you want to, I imagine she wants to honor Chester Bennington's legacy while still being her own singer, her own musician, bringing her own take to different songs. And I mean, that's just such a weight for so many musicians, so many artists. And so I think she's doing so many beautiful things, despite whatever, and maybe she's not feeling any pressure at all. Who knows? But if I was anywhere in that kind of position, like, that would be really daunting for me. And so whatever, you know, she thinks of her new role in this band, I just really like what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing.
I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of. I only wanted to be part of.
Let me get this again. This is where that, I mean, obviously the blending previously was great, but I loved it here specifically.
Something. I only wanted to be part of. I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of. I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part. That you cut me open just to watch me play. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be.
That little, yeah, starting with so much texture and then zipping up those chords with that nice press, I think really awesome choice given the shift in the music.
I only wanted to be part.
That you cut me open just to watch me play. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm open, so fucking I am. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine. The emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Emily Armstrong.
It's so interesting to me that even though this is a very intense song and very upbeat, it felt a little like a ballad, like a rock ballad, just because the phrasing was so smooth and so legato. And I just, yeah, so many things I loved about this song. Also, the audio for a live performance, incredible. Again, with all the intensity, we got so much detail in her vocals, which I think sometimes you don't get with a live performance. So I loved that as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm so curious because I know that there are a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings around this decision and this band and Chester Bennington. And I don't know. From what how to say this? You can kind of get a feel for a band's fan base in the comments section of different videos. And one thing I have always loved and respected and appreciated about the comments I've received on any Linkin Park reaction is just how enthusiastic people are just about music and humanity. And I don't know, there's just like a beauty that I've noticed in those comments. And so there's a part of me that would assume, you know, like, oh yeah, like just welcoming this change and going for it. But at the same time, it's a big change, and there are a lot of memories and a lot of feelings about everything the band used to be. So I'm curious. That's all. I have been rambling nonstop. So that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for this recommendation and for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.